So now we got the way I want to talk about that, because I do want to do like battle report weekends and stuff and go through when me and Andy go tournaments and stuff, because it will always happen because we're always active on their tournament scene. But without further ado, let's get this Death Guard codex cracked. Andy, I'm going to pass it over to the big man because he is the Death Guard daddy. What are your first impressions?
The obvious standout thing is all the data sheets have been improved.
Which they needed tenfold, didn't they? They needed a glow up. So I want to talk on this as well. What surprised you the most when you got your codex? Because I've got a point.
The rerolls we now have access to. Never had rerolls before.
And the fact that you've kept the -1 save.
Yeah, that's big.
Even though your data sheets are really good now.
Yeah.
Because when I've tried to steer clear of all Death Guard knowledge because I wanted Andy to give you thingy. But the one thing I couldn't avoid was everybody raving about how the -1 save is still a thing when everybody was convinced it was going.
It's strong, yeah, because I mean it's a very powerful rule, and it's so just a -1 to someone's save.
Aidan said it before. There's no way on God's green earth that they would give it to any other army.
No.
Because it would be so lethal and disgusting that it would just be unplayable. So the fact that they've kept the -1 save and had a glow up, it's great for you guys.
Yeah.
It just seems bonkers. And I haven't played against it yet because obviously we just haven't played. But Andy, you've given it a couple of test games, haven't you? So
yeah, I've had 2 games this week. Used the same detachment for both games. Probably should have used 2 different ones.
What's the detachment you want to?
Champions of Contagion I've used twice this week.
What have you reckoned?
The strats are good. It's basically based around taking characters because most of
that's cool. Hero hammer.
Yeah.
I love hero hammer.
Most of the strats are locked to a unit that's being led.
So you're encouraged to take loads of characters. That's cool though, isn't it? But as soon as you lose the characters, you sort of lose the...
Yeah, you're looking at... I think when you're writing a list, you're looking at 400 or 500 points of characters.
Oh.
Because
to be fair, I don't hate it, but it's... Yeah, but you usually be taking that anyway, I suppose.
Yeah, it sort of leans into the way you play Plague Marines anyway, because you usually dump 2 in a Plague Marine squad. Yeah. Anyway. But the beauty now is 2 of the normal guys that go in the Plague Marines can now lead Poxwalkers.
No way.
The Plague Caster can go with Poxwalkers.
No way.
And so can the Bellringer guy.
What do they do?
So Plague Caster is very similar to what he was before, other than he gives the unit sustained hits as well now. No
way. That's cool.
And if you're hit by his psychic attack thing, you -2 move.
Is it that -2, -2?
Yeah.
Like -2 move, advance and charge.
Charge, yeah.
That's so good.
Yeah.
That is so good.
So that's quite good. And there's an enhancement in there that if you give it to him, you're also afflicted if he shoots you with it.
No way.
But that's what Plague Marines do now. If they shoot,
they're also sticky.
Yeah. So we've gone from sticky and picking a contagion, and obviously having the -1 toughness aura. They've got rid of the sticky, and then left us with the aura. But the first detachment is sticky.
Oh.
So that's basically like the index rewritten sort of type deal. Yeah. So a lot of people say that'll be quite good. I think I like the idea maybe the fly-blown host, because then you've got scout on everything, stealth on everybody, plus -1.
Yeah, because that's what we were talking about before, that fly-blown host wasn't killy enough, was it? And everybody said the same thing. So now you've got the -1 save and 8. That might be an actual... I mean, everybody was... Has the fly-blown host still got the 6-inch palanquin on it?
Yes.
It has?
As far as I'm aware,
yeah. It has?
Yeah, because the fly-blown hasn't changed at all, has it?
No, I don't know.
It's not in the book itself. It's just still...
Oh, is it not in there?
No, it's the one from Christmas.
Oh, cool.
So, yeah, you still get your 6-inch.
That's
the one that you're looking for every turn if you can.
Yeah, just to... Obviously, come back on the Aldor thingy. They've got access to 6-inch consolidated piling every turn, and I was spending it every turn. It is so good.
Well, as I found out today, World Eaters also have access to it.
Well, they've dropped obviously, I know you've said that, but I don't really want to go into World Eaters just because I want to do a thingy. But they've dropped the advance and charge and the +2 move, haven't they, to gain that?
I'm not sure, but
it sort of negates the need for them because you're always going to get stuck in, aren't you? And especially when now you can run in the 20-man blobs of berserkers,
which is crazy. But yeah,
you might need that 6-inch piling consolidate.
Yeah, to get everyone round.
Everybody in, and for like stuff like awkward bases, like the Lord on Juggernaut, all them sort of dudes where sometimes it can be a bit misplaced and whatever.
Yeah, they've got big bases, haven't they?
They've got huge bases for what they are. So, what are a couple of the standout features you've saw? I know you've only had 2 games, and obviously you can't be super. What are some of those standout units where you think, you know what, when you come to write another list now, what's the first thing you're putting in?
Lord of Contagion.
He's gangster.
He's ridiculous. He's so ridiculous. Like 110 points.
Is it? To be fair, that's a bit dear.
You think?
Yeah. 110 points. That's like Dante level.
Yeah, but considering what he does.
And what does he do? Because most people haven't got the codex or anything yet, have they?
So you're on lethal hits anyway, because you're death guard. He gives sustained and a lance.
Ooh.
Then
lance?
Yeah.
Ah.
And if he's leading Death Shroud, they give him a 4 feel no pain.
Nice.
And then he gets up on a 2. Gets back up on a 2 with 3 wounds.
He's 3 wounds? Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you take him coming back. I used to like when I was running the Space Marine, what's it called, the generic faction, the Gladius.
Yeah.
Running Titus and Gilliman, because they both got back up and it was so annoying to play against.
Yeah.
So and to be fair, because he's in Terminator armor, he's not like a pushover. He'll take some killing.
Yeah.
He'll take some potting down.
Well, the beauty is, because in that detachment, you can make a unit +2 toughness, so you can make him T9.
That's so stupid. That's so unnecessary.
So the game I had on Wednesday against Adam, which was Blood Angels, which was a very good game. They went
wait, stop. Just stop. Because I cannot imagine me going into some puny little Terminators and you'd be like, yeah.
Puny?
Yeah. Mate, they're puny. What's that Hulk meme? Puny human.
Yeah.
They're just Terminators. They should, to be fair, I said this the other day about making them like actually wear tactical dreadnought armor.
Yeah.
The box noughts T9.
Yeah.
T9 is so unnecessary.
Yeah. So I went after his. Is it one of the gladiator tanks, but the transporty one?
The repulsors. That's it.
Yeah. The big thing it was.
Yeah, it's either repulsor or repulsor executioner.
So Lord of Contagion, 3 Death Shroud went into that, killed it. The Lord of Contagion didn't even swing.
Oh.
Because there's a strat that if you go after a unit that's not on full health, you get full rerolls to hit and wound against it.
No way.
So you're going in with lethal sustained, full rerolls to hit and wound and lance. And the Death Shroud get 4 attacks each. And it just went off.
It just evaporated.
So we got rid of that, and then out come 3 Eradicators that then try and shoot me, and I go up to toughness 9, and they wound on falls.
Oh, no way.
Yeah. So I didn't.
No
I
way.
lost one guy.
No way.
Yeah, it's bad.
It's bad.
Mm.
That's horrific.
Eradicators? They've gone up
even
in
now
points.
you can get any rerolls because you're not.
No, not a vehicle.
I bet you felt so good. Oh,
Yeah.
what's that strats? 1 CP?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's horrific.
So you've got that one, which is obviously decent. You've got a crits on 5 strat.
Nice.
So basically you can replace your grenade guy with another character because you can give the unit that ability anyway if you want to. Then you've got...
is that on any infantry?
Any lead, I believe. 1 Death Guard attached unit.
Oh, yeah. So even on Terminators, crits on 5s is great.
Sorry, the reroll hit and win one is 2 CP.
Yeah,
but
you still spend it.
You
still spend that CP.
I've used it in both games I played this week.
Oh.
So, Grotesque Fortitude is the add 2 to toughness.
Yeah, which, by the way, I love nothing more than fluff names for strats.
Yeah.
And Grotesque Fortitude is a gangster name.
The beauty of most of these strats are you can use them in shooting and fight phase, which is very flexible.
Yeah.
You're not just
sometimes. I mean, just thinking about it in like a layman's terms, like having an extra 2 toughness on stuff in the fight phase when you like so even unpredictable stuff like Blood Angels charging in.
Yeah.
Let's say their strength
6 with evicerators.
No,
you've gone up to strength 8?
Yeah.
But I'm T9 now.
Yeah, that's it, yeah.
You're a 5 instead of a 3?
Yeah, anything like that.
3s to 5s is massive, isn't it?
I'm just trying to think just like stuff what would usually be picking up Terminators like autocannons instead of being 3s.
Yeah.
It's 4s and that, even into Terminators -1, cover, 2 up saves. Las cannons, 3s.
And the best
it's just crazy, Las cannons on 3s.
If you have the Demon Prince on foot, you get it for free.
Why did you give out for strat?
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah.
What's the Demon Prince looking like?
And he's Lone Op.
The Emperor's Children one's gangster.
He's a Lone Op 3.
No way.
With an infantry.
Gilliman special.
Gilliman, yeah.
No way.
Yeah, he's pretty.
Having a Demon Prince Lone Op's pretty good.
Gives out a 6-inch cover bubble as well.
Cover, not stealth.
Cover. Then the other strats in that are fight first.
For a strat?
1 CP.
For a strat? Well, there's got to be some sort of condition.
Yeah, the condition is the unit must be led by 2 people.
You're Death Guard, you're going to be leading stuff with 2 people.
Only on Plague Marines. You can't do it in Terminators.
Yeah, but, mate.
Yeah.
Fight first.
So basically what they've built into the strats is you don't need the fight first guy in your Plague Marine unit.
And you don't need
because you can strat them both out.
Yeah. Oh.
And then there's a really crazy one, which is Mobile Vector, which I don't think you'll use, but it's very, very situational, but it might make a big deal if basically if you've got a character that's by itself in an eligible unit that it can join from the start.
No way can it reattach units.
It can, yeah.
No way.
Yeah.
That's fucking gangster.
So
I know you just said that, but that might be your best strat.
If Typhus is knocking round and you're like, oh, then Poxwalkers will just come in from the side of the board and attach him to Typhus. Now he's got 20 inch. Your movement phase before before reinforcement, so you wouldn't be able to do what I just said.
So you can't drop them in and deep track and then join in.
Yeah.
Mate, how many times have you had a single character alive?
Yeah, well, I had one today.
I would 100% use that when you've got. I'll tell you what that would be good for.
So
if you run in, let's say you're running 2 characters, different characters, you 2 Plague Marine squads, and that unit dies. Just popping him now over to that other unit of 10.
Yeah.
Then you've got 2 characters, then you unlock fight first.
No way. Yeah, you unlock it. Yeah.
Oh, no way.
But a lot of time, I didn't today, but I did on Wednesday. I like using 2 5-mans in a Rhino. Now, they could just roll up, drop 1 5-man squad out and attach the character to it. Now you just give the character 10 ablative wounds.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
or even like
if they haven't pulled Assassinate yet or something.
How many CP is that? 1 CP?
1 CP, yeah.
So also scoring, you drop Lord of Contagion in, and then next turn he's knocking about with some Death Shroud, just jump him in.
Yeah.
Or like Typhus is probably the ideal one.
Yeah, probably.
Deep Strat. Has he still got the ability, Deep Strat? Yeah. Has he still got that?
It's exactly the same.
It's so because we were talking about in-game mid of that, really.
He's just gone up 10 points.
Is his damage output changed?
No. They just give his weapon a name now.
Oh, it's called something cool, isn't it now?
Yeah, it
used to be a mastercrafted
summit
or other.
Yeah. And then the last strat is called Death's Head.
Gangster name.
This is only for the biologist putrefier, so the grenade guy. So it excludes vehicles, but if he's within 8 inches of you and you're visible to him, for 1 CP, he can put all 3 plagues on that unit.
Fuck off.
So there'll be -1 to hit, -1 save, -1 toughness, -1 OC, -1 leadership, -1 movement.
That is the stupidest shit I've ever heard in my life. And what instant? To be fair, it's good that he's winning.
Well, if you think turn 2 and someone's outside of 6, I know it'd be situational if they were 8 away. So they're out of contagion, so you're not afflicting them. But if they're within 8 of him, he can make them afflicted, and not with just the active one, with all of them. So especially if it's like, I don't know, somebody leading intercessors or something, you just made them all OC1, and you just walk on the point.
Is that to a minimum of 1?
Yes. Don't go below 1, yeah. Otherwise, everyone would just take that one.
Because Reavers don't, do they?
No.
Reavers don't.
It's got the caveat.
Yeah, that would be cool.
Yeah.
No, knocking about no OC.
If they've got a 2 OC type unit being led, you can reduce them all to just 1 OC.
Especially because your Terminators are OC1, aren't they?
Yeah.
So sometimes when you go into them thinking, I can't OC you.
Yeah.
When you drop them to 1 OC, it's very much doable. That's a good little strat, that is.
Yeah.
What do you think is the most powerful detachment in the boot, not just for like nitpick at this one?
A lot of what I've seen is people saying this. The thing, so obviously I've had 2 games.
Oh yeah, so we haven't actually, what's this detachment do?
So basically you can, at the beginning of each battle round, you can decide which contagion you're going to use.
And for people who don't know what contagions are,
So one of them's -1 to save.
Which is just...
One's -1 hit, which is shooting and combat.
But that's had a bit of a nerf, hasn't it?
Yes, it used to be weapon skill, ballistic skill. So before, deathguard could also
I remember this. I remember when he had me overwatching Thunderhammers.
Typhus can obviously -1 to hit still, while he's leading a unit. And then obviously you used to have the whole Nurgling thing as well.
Yeah, I've been hitting on 5s and 6s with stuff before, which will be hitting on 3s, and it's fell.
And then the other one's -1 leadership, OC, and movement. So they've added movement to it to try and make it a bit more.
I think it should.
Could, yeah. It'd probably be nasty in the mirror match, to be honest.
Yeah.
Reduce all the Death Guard back down to 4-inch movement, which would be annoying. And your Plague Marines would be OC1, which would also be annoying.
That's actually really cool to think about. It's interesting. Yeah. Really interesting.
Yeah.
When you say -1 move, all I think about is Death Shab moving 3 inches.
Oh, let me just shoot you with this indirect gun. Now you can't move.
Oh yeah, like good old night spinner days at the start of the edition. Andy played so many games of those Terminators moving 2 inches. It was so funny.
But one that I think's interesting, but I don't know if it would be enjoyable to play, is this one.
Shamble Rot. It's a cool name.
It's basically the Poxwalker one.
Oh, wait, so you can have...
Poxwalkers have been given the infiltrate keyword now. Because they've taken away Nurglings other than the 1 detachment.
You needed some access.
And we've lost cultists. So the only real way to the middle of the board is or spawner decent as well.
Just because I've got the codex in front of me. So Poxwalkers gain the battle line keyword.
So that means you can take 120 of them instead of 60.
So it means you can take 120 Poxwalkers, and if we read the detachment rule, which is in your command phase in each following battle rounds, depending on the chosen battle size, add a new Poxwalker unit with a starting strength of 10 to your army.
2, 3, and 4.
So
150 Poxwalkers.
You could have so you'd actually have to take 150 when you shouldn't be able to own 150 Poxwalkers.
No.
But you could in theory. So and how many points would that be? Because it wouldn't even be half your list, would it?
It's like 700. Crazy.
I'm knocking about with characters now.
Hey, you could, so you could give them all a character as well, because you could give 3 plague casters 3 bell guys, or take one of them out and Typhus.
That's disgusting.
So picture this: you've set up, you've deployed your army, thinking you're all good. And then this Death Guard player comes along and drops 120 Poxwalkers 9 inches away from your deployment.
Oh my god!
And while you're trying to smash your way through them with all the 5 up feel no pains, every turn another 10's come in for doing 3 monkey actions somewhere.
Oh god. Oh my god. And that's without the rest of the army.
Read some of the strats. You can double OC some of them.
So I'm just looking for the enhancements. So you can give them +1 OC, +1 2 OC,
40 OC in a squad.
That's so stupid.
And the bases are so small, you get them all on.
25s, aren't they?
Yeah.
Don't you ever block and put that shit in
I'm thinking teams.
While this oh no way! So you get a +1 plague wind. What's the plague wind? D3 still?
What number of shots?
No, the damage.
Yeah, damage D3, so it'd be D3 +1.
After this bear's unit has resolved its attacks, add 3. So you're just regenerating them. What toughness are they? 4.
Yeah.
You can make them T5.
Yeah.
That's so stupid. Let's look at some of the strats. Grip of the Walking Pox. Gangster name.
Very good name.
1 pox was unit from this army. After the 4, roll 1d6. Oh, no way. So, on a 6, that attacking unit suffers 1 mortal wound. If the unit is not destroyed after the attacking unit has fought, enemy models destroyed as a result of the strat encounters enemy models being destroyed as Curse of the Pox ability. What is the Curse of the Pox ability?
When they bring models back.
When? What, in that attachment rule or something?
No, the data sheet. So if you go to the Poxwalker data sheet,
You bring them back?
Curse of the Walking Pox is then coming back, pretty sure.
Curse of the Walking Pox. Poxwalkers. So when you do that strat, no
You just
way.
bring bodies back.
So every time you kill one of their dudes, you get a dude back?
Yeah.
No way.
Only, it used to just be infantry, but now it's everyone except monsters and vehicles, so even like Chaos Spawn would count and stuff like that.
You can make people afflicted and once them move.
Which is obviously -1 save.
Or you can give them extra attacks. 1 Poxwalker unit from your army till the end of the turn. Add 1 to move, which is massive when you need it.
Mm-hmm.
And 1 to the attacks and strength. So what strength? So they got a strength 5?
No, there'd be 3 attacks each, strength 4. Hitting on 5, 6 is a lethal.
At -1 because you contagion.
Yeah.
It's really good. 1 Poxwalker unit from your army, that is in strategic reserves. And is not an attached unit, gets deep strike.
There you go.
That's really good. 1 Death Guard unit from your army that was the target of these attacks within 3. Oh, so you can just you can bodyguard stuff.
So imagine Mortarion.
Soaking up all them wounds.
Yeah.
What is, I don't want to take the thingy because you are the Death Guard daddy. Obviously I've just got it here. What's the multi-detachment? The Death Lord's Chosen.
That's the Terminator one, that is.
Well, it's got to be.
I know, but all the strats only work on Terminator units.
What do you think about that? Because obviously talking not just about detachments, Blight Lords have had a massive go up, haven't they?
Oh yeah, damage 2
Damage 2 now.
Yeah.
Which, to be fair, mate, a Terminator with big hulking fists should be damage 2.
In this detachment, they're very good.
What's the detachment?
You can give them. So this is like the Terminator one, Death Lord's Chosen. It's basically they just deal mortal wounds to you if you're close to them. In your command phase, I roll 2d6. If it's 6 or less, you take D3 mortal wounds.
6 or less?
Yeah.
That's weird. I thought they took all of this less
I know,
out of the game.
Yeah, so...
I think it'd be 7 or more, but I suppose that conflicts with the Taliban stuff, doesn't it? Does he still do that, by the way?
What's that?
Roll a 7 plus 1 CP?
Yes. So in your opponent's command phase, roll 2d6 for each afflicted enemy unit, subtracting 1 from the result if the unit is below half strength. If the result is 6 or less, suffer D3 mortal wounds.
Oh.
So if you're below half strength, it goes off on a 7.
No way.
Yeah.
Which, with your dice roll, I must have been going off every 2.
Oh, mate. Double 1 everyone. But imagine Eldar, 1 wound models.
Yeah, just evaporate.
You could lose 3 models out of each unit.
Yeah. Well, let's sack off the detachments for a minute.
Yeah.
I want to know what you think about Mortarion being the G-stick he's in right now. Because in the last episode of this podcast, we were talking about how Mortarion should hit way harder. And he is that. I seen the leaks to this before we got the codex, and I immediately rang Andy. But because Andy's a rebel at life, he was recovering from a birthday weekend, weren't he?
Oh,
So he didn't wake up till 5 in the afternoon.
Oh, it was bad.
So
I'm old, mate.
I'm ringing him off the hook. Andy, look at these deathguard. Look at these leaks. Look at Mortarion. And he ignored me till he made it
out the crypt.
Yeah, till he made it out the crypt.
Right.
And what do you think about Mortarion pumping out this damage now?
He's where you'd sort of want him to be, but I think before he was near enough an auto include before, because at 300 points he's a steal.
With a scythe like he's got,
yeah,
he should have never have been 1 damage on his sweep. Never in a million years. And his big attack, his strike, should have never have been 4 damage. He's a Primarch with the biggest scythe in the game. What's a scythe's job for harvesting?
Yeah. I kind of prefer flat 4 though over D6.
With your roll.
Just because I roll.
You're rolling, you'd be rolling 2 damage every turn. But averagely, is it D6 plus 1?
Yes.
Averagely, you should get 4 or more.
Yeah.
Just through laws of averages.
Yeah.
To have that ability to do 7 damage from, a couple of wounds go through it. So the worst case scenario, you've had it against me, and to a rhino or a hull, 5 hits, you mess with 1 of them, so you got 4 wounds through. Mess with a couple of them, you got 3 wounds. If I make one, you're leaving it alive because they're only 4 damage each.
True.
You've got that ability now to potentially, if you roll and spike, to kill something with 2 damage rolls.
To be honest though, you're always going to sweep.
Really?
Always.
Why? Even in stuff like anger and stuff?
Yeah. I would say so. So his big attack, 5 attacks.
Yeah.
Hitting on 2s.
Yeah.
Strength 14.
So 14 good.
Yeah.
AP3?
AP3. Well, it'd be AP4 if you take it.
Yeah,
you're going to be -1, aren't you? D6 plus 1 damage. And you're rocking lethal hits and dev wounds now.
What, on that big one?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, you are.
That's disgusting. I couldn't think of anything worse than somebody saying, "Yeah, that's a 2 6s to wound."
So yeah, probably into the big stuff. You're probably gonna but
mate, tell you what, if I go into Angron with dev wounds, I'm taking the big ones just for rolling 6s. But if you spike, mate, I've done it. We've all done it. If you spike them 6s, he's getting no saves and he's going down.
Yeah. So
if you roll a couple of 6s, he's popping off.
But the sweep is 15 attacks. Hitting on 2s, strength 8.
Strength 8's brilliant.
AP2, but we would say AP3. 2 damage.
No wounds? No.
But lethal and sustained.
Sustained, that's 1?
Yes. So you're getting 100% hits, aren't you?
Yeah, with sustained because it comes.
So you're getting 15 hits.
Yeah.
Your strength 8. Bearing in mind, normal Terminators are now T4 because you're making a -1 toughness.
2s.
So your 2s, AP3, 2 damage each.
Yeah, perfect. Absolutely perfect.
So you're probably getting, 12 wounds through? Or 15 attacks?
But then even still, you say 12 wounds, save off and 6 wounds go through. 2 damage a pop.
True.
You kill 2 or 3 Terminators.
Yeah.
Which, now you say, it doesn't sound too good. If you go into Marines with no invulns.
Yeah. You're doing a 10-man intercessor.
Every time. But then the magic of, and it's always 4-ups into it with invulns. No matter what your AP is or strength, you start making. That's why Custodies are so annoying. Because if Custodies start making 4-ups, they just win the game. I had it at the last tournament. That tank list, which is so horrid, it went into Custodies and killed 2 Custodies in 3 turns because he was making his 4-ups. Then all of a sudden he started failing him, and that's when he just started.
The game of 4-ups.
Yeah.
So you're saying this is Mortarion, because there's a picture of Mortarion.
Yeah.
There is one that's pretty good for Morty.
For Morty.
So
Mortimer.
Where is it? Got a fight on death strap on a 4 up, which could be nasty.
Still 4 ups. I'll be safe from it with your dice rolling. We'll talk about your games you've had as well.
Oh, God. It's not in that one. It's in the Virulent Vectorium, I think.
So, what happens, because Andy's played against World Eaters today with this detachment.
Yeah.
And what has happened, Andy?
To be honest, it was a good game, other than me getting a little bit salty. Sorry, Ant. But the first 2 turns, the dice absolutely abandoned me.
Andy's got an ability, ladies and gentlemen, to roll dice like you've never seen anybody roll dice. And when we, to be fair, I miss streaming so much. We need to get back on it. But when we used to stream, I would pick up 12 dice, and I would roll them perfectly average or above average. Roll them again, perfectly average or above average. Andy would roll them, and it would just be straight 1s and 2s. In fact, I did a meme of, have you seen that meme going about with those dudes summoning that booth?
Yeah.
And I don't know if you've seen the meme I did, because I took a picture of Andy's dice rolls, and he was something like -1 to hitting on 4s with 12 shots, and he managed to miss all of them. That did so well on Instagram and TikTok. Makes me think, thanks, Andy. Thanks for rolling so bad. But he's got such an ability. And what he won't tell you as well is this bloke has brought so many dice on the back of me telling him how shit his dice are. He used to take the piss out of me because I've got multiple sets of dice. Now he's got more dice than me. I told him, Andy, you need to get some of these tabletop tactic dice. You need to. Andy, you need. What other ones did I get you? Oh, before the tabletop tactics dice, it was the chaos dice.
Yeah. I played with one once. They were official GW ones as well. I was like, these will be amazing. To be fair, I rolled average against Adam. But earlier, I say that. I did have some bad rolls, but to be fair to Ant, he played a really solid play on turn 1. And basically, because his spawn, Scout 8.
No, they don't.
Move, advance, and charge.
Oh, God.
He tagged 3 of my units turn 1. So he killed a full unit of Poxwalkers. Then he killed another unit of Poxwalkers and consolidated into me Rhino full of Plague Marines.
With two
2 units of spawn.
Killed a full unit of Poxwalkers?
Yeah.
What?
The 2d6 plus 10 attacks.
Oh my God.
He rolled 11. I was like, mate, 17 attacks at damage 2.
No way.
I just picked him up. I was like, I'm rolling that.
No way.
Yeah.
Oh.
Horrendous. They are very good. For 85 points.
They sound great.
Like, just the advantage. Because it's like, Ant was like doing a bit of pre-measure. And I'm like, what are you doing over my side of the board?
Of course he is.
And it's like, I can get there. I'm like, what? Madness.
I thought you just lost advance of charge plus 2. What are you doing?
No, so yeah, he did a real good job of basically holding me in. I don't think I scored primary until turn 3 because he just held me into my own deployment. Because basically, after he tagged the Rhino, I had to disembark the Marines, charge the spawn, kill them. And then I'm out of my Rhino then.
Yeah.
And I couldn't go the other side of the wall because I'm in basically the L.
Yeah.
Because there's 2 Forge Fiends the other side of it. And I'm going to walk into 18 inches of them. Yeah. And they're just going to go, here's 400 shots.
Rapid fire.
Yeah. Enjoy your 6-up save.
Oh,
like,
no.
Yeah, my 2 wound Marines are dead to that. Yeah. So just hiding behind a wall. Forgetting that I did have low not up 18 on the unit. But even then, to be fair, he was setting up everywhere to be within 18 of me, so it wouldn't have mattered anyway.
Because he gets re-rolls, don't he?
Yeah, he was staging it really well.
If you listen to this, you dirty bastard. Whoever give you the idea for triple Forge Fiends. I spoke to him this morning. He was like, what do you think of a good list? I said, well, I don't know Andy's list. Yeah. But I could imagine that it's going to be pretty filthy, so you need to take something pretty filthy.
Well, to be honest, we wrote it. Me and Ant had a bit of a write.
I bet he did. I mean, it was
it was more me than. To be fair to him, it was his fault that I got 2 load of contagions in there, and they both did well. So
what do we think about the Death Shroud, mate?
they were all right. So they've gone from 110 points for 3,
which were too cheap, I think. Anyway, at 110.
Yeah.
Because when they dropped to 110, everyone was like 18 with characters.
Yeah,
which actually then didn't become as good as everybody thought it would be.
No, they're just too slow.
Yeah.
But now you can, in certain detachments, you can give them +1 move, or
which normal people's like, +1 move, but to deathguard players, you're thinking, that. How many times have you done a? How many times have you needed that extra?
It's like 20%, isn't it?
Yeah. Oh, you have that move.
Yeah. Added on. But now they've got the ability to deep strike within 6, just outside of 6.
I couldn't imagine.
Of an afflicted unit, and I've found it surprisingly easy to do that.
I can imagine, and because you've got access to giving them the afflicted rule and shooting.
Like the Lord of Pox, who I took today, that new character, he gives out a natural extra 3 inches anyway.
Oh.
So he's 12 inches by turn 3.
Oh, so you're gonna.
So then it's like, he could be behind a wall and be giving it to somebody. And the Death Shroud can go outside of 6 of multiple units as long as they're all afflicted.
Oh.
So you're not sort of like
out of it now.
But then you do have to position in a way that, because obviously if you've got guys who've just come out of a transport but they're right next to it, and you just got them in contagion, so they're afflicted, but the vehicle behind isn't, you still have to stay 9 from the vehicle. So you do have to, but like I say, I've found it easier than I was expecting to get the units in that I wanted
I think to give anything 6-inch deep strike and charge. I'm surprised
they might nerf that.
I'm surprised it's not 7-inch.
Yeah,
because not only is it obviously Nurgle's number,
but a bit harder to do.
Statistically, you either do
nearly a
don't,
50-50 in it. Yeah.
Whereas 6, you're more hesitant. You're more likely to roll a 6.
Yeah, I think it's probably 6.
You know what? Actually, wouldn't be half bad, was it? I bet they've looked at the deep strike within 6 rule.
Yeah.
Instead of thinking, because
they've probably just gone off heroic intervention, haven't they? That's 6.
Well, they've also done it with Calgar Drago's thing, where he gives the charge +3.
All right. So he gives a 6-inch.
Yeah. But you're not actually deep striking within 6. You just get the benefit of +3.
Well, me and Ant were talking about the ability earlier, and the way we read it, you could rapid ingress 6 as well.
What's the wording? You want to have a quick?
It's
Is it a strat?
No, it's their data sheet.
Is that all they've got now? Still -1 to wound or anything? It's still -1 to wound?
No.
Oh,
so
thank God.
They've gone up to T7.
Oh.
They have the deep strike, and they give the character leading them the 4-up feel no pain.
Oh.
So if someone tries to assassinate them.
Yeah, no way.
I'll just half the damage.
They are just like bodyguards, aren't
they? So where is it?
What in the lore? What are Death Shroud?
They rock around with Mortarion most of the time.
So
they're just like super elite. But in 8th edition, you used to be able to have them within 3 inches of Morty, and they could take wounds for
5.
Oh, everyone's gone up in movement.
No. Have you missed that?
Both sets of Terminators have. They're both 5 instead of 4 now.
So, first of all, they've kept their flamers anti-infantry.
Yeah.
Great. Silent Bodyguard. Cool name. While a character model is leading this unit, has a 4-up feel no pain ability. Cool. Each time this unit is set up on a battlefield using the deep strike ability, it can be set up anywhere on the battlefield that is more than 6 inches away, and more than 9 inches horizontally away from all other enemy units.
The rapid ingress is a deep strike ability, isn't it?
While this enemy unit is within 6 inches of the bearer, worse than the leadership. Ooh, has everything got that?
What?
That icon
the
despair.
Sigil. Yeah. No, just them and the Plague Marines, from what I can remember.
Mate, into hordes and stuff, that'll be horrific. I'm sure to have a quick nose at one of the codex here. The Bloodlord Terminators, if this unit is starting strength for 5, character unit, ranged attack though, it's just not good, is it?
Why?
ranged attack.
Dev wound combi bolters.
Yeah, but you're improving the strength and AP. It's combi bolters. You're
True.
going to be not about, are they?
Suppose the Reaper auto cannon might be
The
good.
Bubati blades now, mate. How are
Yeah.
they only strength 5?
Yeah, but it's technically 6, isn't it? Because we minus everyone's
And the
toughness.
flail. -1.
Still doing Terminators on a 3, aren't you?
Yeah. Oh, because the contagion.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
Have a look at see what you think about the floated bloat drone with the.
I've heard about
launcher.
this. I have heard about this. So has it still got the spitters?
Yes, but it's 2 separate units now. You got 2 different data sheets.
Right. So the flavors are still really good.
Yes.
Anti-infantry 2+.
Strength 6.
AP, it's going to be AP2, 1 damage.
Yeah.
The flash mode is still really good into Marines. Now, the bloat drone with heavy blight launchers were notorious for being terrible, weren't they, at the start of this edition, I think.
Yeah, at the start, yeah. They came into it a bit at the end.
I'm going to ignore the data sheet because it's thingy. In your shooting phase, each time this model makes an attack and destroys an enemy unit before removing that last model, roll a d6, adding 1 to the result if that unit is afflicted. On a 5+, each enemy unit within 6 inches of that model is afflicted. Oh, so that's another way to get your Terminators deep striking 6. Just
Yeah. So this was a combo I was thinking of. So that shoots something that it can probably kill, obviously within that range.
Your spawn scout too.
Yeah.
No way.
We've lost cultists. That's our only scout spawn.
Which, by the way, you shouldn't have lost cultists, could you?
So if you imagine that bloat drone ability, if you can kill a unit next to something you want to shoot, it's become afflicted. Then you get your Predator Destructor
Oh, with AP minus.
to shoot at it.
God.
And then everything after that is +1 AP as well.
Oh, because is that still kept the same thingy?
No. When the Predator Destructor shoots something, everything else gets extra AP against it.
No way.
So if you've got 3 Predators, first Predator shoots it. Well, if that kills something next to it, then the Predator shoots it. It's technically -2. Because it'll be -2. It'll be a contagion and then minus.
terrible.
Yeah.
Last cannon's AP
5.
Oh. So, heavy blight launcher, blast lethal hits, D6 plus 2 shots, hitting on 3, strength 10, which is
Vehicles.
crazy. Yeah. -2, 3 damage.
Yeah.
3 damage is so huge.
So now stand next to any T10 tank and make it T9 and wound it on 3s.
Oh, it technically AP3, 3 damage. Oh, God. How many points are they?
100.
100. Play-based crawlers have there to glow up, mate.
They have, but they've gone up to 195 points. Entropy cannons are now 30-inch range, I believe.
36.
36?
They used to be terrible.
Well, they used
24.
to be 30 or 36, and they brought them down to 24, and then they've gone back up again. Which, I mean, there's still a poor man las cannon, but at least there's that. But they do the old rule where they do spill over mortal wounds next to units.
Oh, yeah.
Which they used to do before, which is better than the battle shock thing, I think.
Let's have a look at the.
But they've gone up 30 points, which is quite a bit.
So the Chaos Predator Annihilate, they've changed all the wording and everything, haven't they? In your shooting phase after this model is shot, select one enemy monster or vehicle, rolling 1d6, adding 1 to the results. Everything's afflictive based, isn't it?
Yes.
And on a 5+,
which is cool, because that's what it should
on a
be.
5+, you suffer D3 mortal wounds. Now, you think that's kind of thingy, but if you're doing that every time with 3 tanks, I mean, it can happen. You could do 9 mortal wounds or something. And when you're shooting last cannons and stuff and leaving it on a couple of wounds, and you really want to get the job done.
So then if you think about that and lean into the vehicle detachment, the rule for that is you can pick 2 units and make them afflicted.
Yeah, sorry.
Every turn.
I just blew away about the fact that you've got strength 10 autocannons.
Yeah, they were good today.
Why have you got strength 10 autocannons? You're not a shooty army.
We are now.
Especially when you're making everything else minus toughness.
Well, you can't have a strength 10 blight launcher and not have a strength 10 auto cannon, can you?
Oh, look at you with all your strength 10 stuff. How?
Terminators on 2s.
In your shooting phase after this model is shot, select one enemy unit, excluding monster vehicles, hit by one or more of those attacks. Until the end of the phase, each time a friendly Death Guard unit makes a ranged attack, improve the AP by 1. And then it gets, this same energy cannot be affected. Because this would be great, because you just shoot 3. Nice.
Yeah. Look at me, AP5 combi bolter.
Let's have a look at the Land Raider. It's just a box.
Yeah,
nothing
no.
too crazy there. The Rhino, is that still the same?
Oh, mate.
No.
Read
you
the Rhino.
dirty bastard. I know what you've been doing today. In your shooting phase, this model is shot, selects one enemy unit hit by one or more of those attacks. So at the end of the phase, each time a friendly model that disembarks gets to re-roll the blue roll.
And it's all flamers.
Foul
Black Spawn. Damage 2 flamer.
Absolute date.
And we just re-roll me once.
What do you think about, now obviously getting into, I'm just flicking through the codex for everybody who can't see. How do you think about allying the dudes in? The big dudes?
Knights?
No, the
oh,
the great unclean one.
To be honest, because I've got a demons box, so I've got the flies, I've got loads of nurglings.
Because these have had a massive glow up, you know.
I've got some plague bearers, but because I haven't got any of the big guys, I haven't really looked into that detachment at all, to be honest.
They've had a massive glow up. Like a massive glow up.
I think their basic rule is they help each other, so you sort of
synergize.
Yeah, you try and have a Death Guard unit with a demon unit.
I would love to see Morty, Rotigus, the Great Unclean One, just absolutely marching up the board, all T12, all annoying, all hit super hard.
Yeah, but back at the bloat drone, that means you can take 6 drones now.
Oh, because they're 2 separate data sheets, fairs. Oh, and they give Nurglings into... Nurglings are the same, aren't they?
I haven't even looked, to be honest.
Yeah, it's just -1 to wound. And -1 to hit. But you have to pick the unit, it's not a... It's not a thing. Oh, no way, War Gear of the Death Guard.
Yeah.
Because I haven't seen, obviously, this codex. Oh, it's so cool, the artwork.
Oh, mate, the artwork's amazing in that book.
It's so cool. Just to see all the plague, like heavy weapons and stuff.
I keep looking through it and think I should just have that tattooed on my face.
So what are we thinking then, just to summary up then, Anne?
Really happy with it, to be honest.
Yeah.
Loads of options, loads of new tricks. Because, to be fair, before, we were just what you would probably call an honest army. There's no advance in charge, there's no advance in shoot, there's no reactive move. Now we've got access to 2 versions of reactive move.
Yeah.
And it was like, you'll move forward, and if you didn't get there, you're not getting there.
Ooh.
And that's it.
How do you feel like the Lord of Virulence?
Good.
Making your Plague-based crawlers usable again.
Yeah.
Because his rule before was just null, because +1 to hit on stuff you can't be +1 to hit on. Now you reroll all blast. Oh.
And guess who else is blast? The bloat drone.
The bloat drone.
With his strength 10 blight launcher.
I see Lord Faltheus is now the Lord of Contagion.
He is, yeah.
Dupe. Because I used to press myself.
It's weird.
Andy brought the model and then the Legends team straight away.
Yeah, like, what is going on here? Yeah, so if you imagine you've got your heavy blight launcher drone and you're re-rolling all hits.
What do you think about the Lord of Poxies? I think he should be better. They made a big thing of releasing him and that. I think he should be so much better.
He didn't do much today, but
loan up 18. You're going to be
probably
within
my
18.
fault, to be honest.
Just how terrain is, you're going to be within 18.
Yeah. I think if you're using him, though, and you sort of go down one of the flanks, you could probably get away without using a Rhino.
Sorry, I'm just reading the Typhus's big man attacks. So, this side can use this ability. It doesn't exclude... Loan up, this one doesn't.